Вечер, друзья! Вы на канале игровых стримов. Меня зовут Дмитрий. Мы продолжаем пробовать Mass Effect. Не все механики мы еще успели посмотреть, не все попробовать, поэтому продолжаю я стримить. Не знаю, буду нет. Вчера кое-кто смотрел или подсоединялся, по крайней мере, к просмотрам. Вот, поэтому это меня радует. Может быть, это меня как-то сподвигнет дальше показывать. Не знаю, на самом деле, еще думаю. Вот. Но, тем не менее, это хорошо. Мне это очень нравится, что хоть кто-то подсоединяется, люди какие-то, и кто-то что-то смотрит. Это, безусловно, в плюс для меня. Так, секунду, друзья. Так, я просто подключаю. Так, вот. Поэтому продолжаем мы играть. Сейчас мы прибыли, напоминаю, на станцию центральную, где как-то все очень грустно. По крайней мере, на данный момент. Что он завис-то? Встретили. Вот он.
We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Сейчас, друзья, в Твиттере я отпишусь.
So far we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south. They tried to kill us.
That wasn't first contact. We know about them. Those aliens are going to be a real problem.
This day just keeps getting better.
We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures agreeing across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
Not as much as it means to us. We had one hell of a time getting here. Nice to see some friendly faces.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at him.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Все по блату, как везде. Шучу.
Please understand. The entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources. But that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
Так, секунду, друзья, сейчас я отпишусь в Твиттер все же. Так, продолжаем, друзья. Так, значит, что у нас?
I may not have been the first choice, but I'm ready for this.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nakmor Kesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here. What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something.
Ma'am.
An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
Так, значит, у нас тут парочка заданий, да? Задание освоиться на Нексусе. Поговорить с Таном, поговорить с Кэш, поговорить с Кандерсом, поговорить с Эдисоном. Так, выберите задание и нажмите X, чтобы отслеживать задание. Появится на вашем компасе звездочка. Сам ваше задание можно найти во вкладке «Приоритетные». Так, ну кодекс, ладно. Освоиться на Нексусе. Да, нам надо, я думаю, что для начала мы сделаем... Нам надо освоиться на Нексусе, однозначно. Единственное, так, карта-то что тут как... А, карта посередине. Так. Эдисон. Говорить с Таном. Так, ну давайте начнем с Эдисона. Коль он тут поблизости, да?
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the one you have to deal with.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will. We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
Так. Ну давайте с ней все обсудим. Будем разговаривать по максимуму со всеми, друзья, так что уж не сочтите за...
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
Так, друзья, надо занять позицию как-то покучерявей. То что-то устал я за рабочий день, блин. Хочется так лечь, чтобы мне и читалось хорошо, и... Блин, шрифт как-то сливается с белым, не очень удачно. Конечно, в такие моменты особенно расстраиваешься, что вот нету локализации полной, только субтитры. Ну, понятно, что озвучивать они... Не, ну был бы это хитяра такой, без, как говорится, безвопросный, то, конечно, они бы озвучили. Они сами понимали, что не продадут по максимуму, поэтому сэкономили на чем могли.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends? Or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
Угу. Я, говорит, не твоя мачеха, если что. Нормально так она его сразу, чтобы, как говорится, не лез на рожон, щенок.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14
Нас еще так никто не называл.
That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
You've had no colony successes in over a year. How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal.
В общем, мы будем всех вдохновлять.
Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus a citadel, not headed by Tan, or even me.
There's also the strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Так, одно задание мы выполнили. Окей. Так, конечно, надо бы еще почитать так называемый кодекс. Ну ладно, попозже это мы сделаем. Поговорить с Таном и прочими ребятами. Так, куда переться? Угу, понятно. Один наверху, два внизу. Так, ладно, тогда, наверное, наверх пойдемте. Хотя... Да, хотя пойдемте куда-то бежим. Чтобы не растягивать трансляцию и не тратить время зазря. Офис Кэш. Обнаружено новое место. Замечательно.
Yes, I
Давай.
know the Hyperion docking unannounced caused some switches to blow. That's fine. I
Замечательно.
don't care. We know the problem is more widespread than we thought. We're working to fix it. There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Угу. Ты что-то не договаривает, чувачок-то. Что-то не договаривает. Чувиха.
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Понятно.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Понятно. Ну, в общем, будем мы исполнять, видимо, все вот эти ситуации, все требования наших вот этих вот руководства.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
4%, а так 1 из 1000, это получается 0. 1 из 100 это 1%, 1 из 1000 это
No wonder your people have such a problem.
1/100.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
Понятно. Ну, в целом, Вселенная узнается.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
Nothing more for now.
Good luck out there. My crew's working on it. We've moved the ops center to the top of our priority list.
Отдел колонизатского дерева растет замечательно, как в фильме «Пассажиры». У них выросло там посередине. Тоже летели далеко. Штаб ополчения.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Tyrian Ark.
What's the word on the Tyrian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Глава ополчения, то есть защищает всех, по сути. Так получается.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
This is a nightmare.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyrian Kandros for authorization to participate.
This is wrong. Just wrong.
Please speak with Tyrian Kandros for authorization to participate.
This is wrong.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
What situations should they handle?
Protecting civilian outposts, holding key positions, or just distracting the Ket. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Очень похоже на Dragon Age. Там такая же была тема. И теперь, кстати, коль мы дошли, тоже скажу сразу. Многие говорят, что критикуют там, дескать, тут мне нравится этот подход такой, что то, что не критиковали в Dragon Age Инквизиция, то критикуют здесь. Но я не могу совершенно понять, это делала одна студия, они как бы пользуются наработками. Ubisoft точно так же поступает. И говорит, вот это калька с Dragon Age. Ну, они посчитали, что это удачная идея и взяли ее на вооружение в Mass Effect. Вот и всего лишь, понимаете, друзья. Поэтому как бы говорить о том, что здесь прям так, что такая калька, это одна и та же студия работает. Как и все, мы пользуемся каким-то своим опытом на разных участках нашей жизни, грубо говоря, да, так и люди, игровые студии пользуются всеми наработками. Другой вопрос, что нравится вам это или не нравится. Вот с этим я не буду спорить и соглашусь, что кого это раздражало в Dragon Age, то ты здесь, скорее всего, ему это не понравится. Кто к этому относился лояльно или нравилось, тому и здесь зайдет. Вот такой приблизительно расклад я вижу и считаю, что не совсем справедливо так критиковать, потому что, ну, такова нынче игровая индустрия, ничего в этом не... С этим ничего не сделаешь. Чтобы поддержать начинание инициативы, вы можете посылать на задание ударные отряды. В случае успеха они получают очки опыта, а рейдер — награды. В случае провала опыта будет мало, награды не будет вовсе. Апекс. Ударный отряд, выполняющий самые важные задания в секторе. Выберите задание, нажмите X. Чтобы отправить туда Апекс, Чтобы отправить туда Апекс... нажмите X, чтобы отправить туда Апекс. Фу, блядь. Игра сохранится перед запуском сетевой игры. Вы возьмете на себя роль одного из противников Апекс в составе небольшой группы. Задание Apex можно выполнять в сетевой игре вместе с друзьями или с помощью подбора игроков, чтобы награды и бонусы для своего первопроходца. Так. Ну, я, конечно, не полезу это. Это текущий список ваших ударных отрядов. Выберите один из них с помощью их, чтобы выдать им особое снаряжение. Распустите отряд, чтобы собрать вместо него другой, можно с помощью треугольников. Чем больше у вас ударных отрядов, тем больше заданий вы можете выполнять одновременно. Чтобы собрать новый отряд, нажмите «Набрать отряд». При выполнении задач ударные отряды могут получать как положительные черты в случае успеха, так и отрицательные при провалах. Черты ударных отрядов влияют на исход тех или иных заданий. Да ладно, одного хватит. Я не пойму только, как все это выглядит. Доза адреналина. Так, а здесь что? Привет, Ярослав, привет. Нереально. Так, погодите, что-то я как-то... Ну давайте что-нибудь отправим для начала, я просто не знаю даже. Тьфу, блин, это отряды, это к нему можно покупать. Блин, друзья, я запарился, неправ. Был неправ. Не очевидно все сделано как-то. Вот, блин, вот не люблю я муторные вещи, которые надо вот... Вроде все просто, но что-то как-то не уловил. То ли вечер сказывается уже, общая усталость организма, то ли еще что. Я не совсем понимаю. Ну, блин, как так? Ладно, давайте все, я понял. Диверсия в тылу врага у нас вот есть. Да, 74% успеха. 1,85. Че такое? Угу. Ну, понятно. Поэтому, ну, в общем, все, принцип полностью как в этом звать его? Dragon Age, как я уже сказал. Свое мнение я высказал по этому поводу. Ну, а дальше, друзья, каждый решает сам для себя.
This is wrong. Just wrong.
Так, поговорить со стройной турианкой. Это она, наверное, да?
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His
Ну,
name
такого
is
типа
Milken
задания были.
Lysis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
И в прошлых Mass Effect'ах.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Milken I love him.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Так, ладно, давайте мы закончим.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is...
Да, пиво пить не время, это точно.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Так, ну здесь нам, я так понимаю, делать нечего. Так. Последнего нам надо сбегать к этому товарищу, потом в тюрьму.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself.
Ого.
To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the Golden Worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
Ну, сейчас будем заселять.
Relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Сообщение получили, да?
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Да, задания поперли как из рога изобилия. Так, ладно.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Так.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of, but I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a
Да,
lot went
все
down before
врут.
the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, that's it. You can't possibly be involved in this.
Поразительная
You weren't even here during the
догадливость и
mutiny.
логика у чувака.
Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me if they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done. No, I'm fine. And I don't know, it just blew up.
Find out why. Be careful.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is...
Так. Ага, все ясно. Так, сейчас. Так, здесь мы все. Так, ну тогда давайте мы... Ой, нет, погоди, что я тут погорячился. Nexus. Так, куда, чего? Бежать.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Так, здесь мы посмотрели. Так, дальше.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Leah, remember when I said I was going to take a look inside the panel here? I should perhaps suggest... No, I'm fine.
Что-то не пойму, он где-то тут что-то показывает мне.
No, I'm fine. No, nothing happened. Honestly, Yolanda, I'm fine. Going back to work now. Leah? Leah? Gabriel, you laughed, didn't you? You so laughed.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Что-то не совсем я понимал, что здесь надо делать.
Hello, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus, you and look around at your...
Founder Garsons, please select a topic. Integration from the Hyperion is ongoing. Personnel are still restricted to operations. You are Scott Ryder, salary code 19B, active Pathfinder. Your supervisor is Director Tan. Based on current staffing needs, you will be eligible for paid vacation time in 587
Нормально, отпуск тут не...
Seriously? Why not plan on which beautiful colony you'll vacation on while you wait? Viable planets capable of supporting life are key to our survival in Andromeda. The viability of a world is affected by several factors, including temperature, resources, threat levels, political stability, and so on. We have few viable planets currently within range. Resource levels are considered at risk.
Так, ладно.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once. Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Так, ладно, давайте дальше.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
You're in the forest? What district?
Moss. Bradbury Landing near the Green Band. Didn't last.
Not a fit? Good you got out before screwing up then.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Так, а чё, я же здесь был, почему он меня сюда ведет?
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Или это может...
All non-relevant repair requests are
Так, ну-ка карту посмотрим.
power coupling is complete.
Так, нет, это наоборот вверх надо. Так, это нам сюда.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity.
Так, здесь-то... А, здесь я тоже был. Блин, да куда ж идти-то в результате, друзья? Черт вас подери с вашими взрывами. Так.
All right, moving on. Docking clamps.
We'll get you all fixed up and ready to go in no time. As soon as we hook you up to all that juicy power.
And we're done. Hyperion status.
Nexus Control, I'm getting some odd automated requests from the station systems. Some sort of redundant power relay checks. What's up with that?
Here's left some surprises in the system. The superintendent has had everyone on deck manually double check.
Так, центр управления. Где он здесь? Давайте посмотрим. Так я тут был уже, блин. Так, ладно, давайте сюда тогда.
Personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert. Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
То ли я дурак, то ли лыжи не едут, ничего не пойму я. Но мы тут уже все посмотрели. Так. Фух. Так, ладно, давайте сменим задачу. Может, там развиснется все к чертовой матери.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Milken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's
Тяжелая
certain I did it on
ситуация.
purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Так, поговорить. Где этот Кандерс? Я еще не изучил, мы с ним уже, да.
No news on the Turian Ark yet. Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
Так. Давай, так.
And you
Так,
assume he's
спросим.
lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Угу.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Давайте послушаем, что тут.
The Nexus versus Colonist Milken, Evidence 7A. Hiram! Hiram! It sees the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Milken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Так, поговорить со свидетелем. Где он тут у нас, свидетель? Черт подери.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Угу, вот она.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Scott Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Угу. Давай спросим, были там.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Понятно все, в общем, что ничего не
I
понятно.
appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Так, ну понятно, то есть надо за телом будет чесать, поговорить с Таном. А, да, сюда.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Да черт подери, я их путаю всех еще. Это ж не он.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold.
Ха-ха.
Please await further instructions.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda. And I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Так, а что-то мы как-то не
It sounds like the
обсуждаем.
Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately,
Мгм.
I can
Ну
tell
давайте
you
послушаем его.
it's been a disaster. The
Тоже.
Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Gene Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
We came across alien technology on Habitat 7. It seemed to affect the weather. Your people know anything about that?
There have been reports. Failed scouting missions have mentioned advanced structures of unknown design. Whatever they are, they defy explanation. But with our resources stretched so tight, no one has had a chance to study them. And what if the answer was bad for morale? Suppose these things turn people into food. All we know is the cat are interested in them. I'd rather not stir things up.
Понятно.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Gian Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons. One for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them. The thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
Так.
What's their problem with you?
Какие-то заговоры.
Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, You're an accountant?
Вроде
Don't let
бухгалтера.
that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry. So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky.
Надели мы орём друг на друга. Ну, в целом он написал сейчас стандартный офис большой компании.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the Cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me.
Боялся
A
этого
forward
вопроса.
station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
I'm happy to help. You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Опять сюда ведут, а?
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%. All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Что ж я тут должен сделать-то, а?
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%. All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Так, куда он меня ведет, блин?
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Не понимаю я вообще суть происходящего. Может быть, к этому мужику еще сбегать? Где он, этот?
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Cash, this is Mello. The console for the secondary management system is fixed.
Никак не могу понять, может это не то что-то? Так, ладно, давайте мы... Не пойму, что с этим заданием делать. Какая-то фигня мутная. Так. Что у нас там? Куда чесать? Вниз.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Конечно, не помешала бы нормальная карта. Говоря откровенно, сюда, что ли?
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
Yeah. Meeting Addison was interesting.
She doesn't know you. I do. And you're doing fine.
I appreciate it.
I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your sister's doing.
Угу.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at...
Ладно, вернемся к тому заданию позже. Так, куда нам? Прямо, да? Как-то с навигацией малость страдает. Скажу откровенно. Малость страдает навигация. Я вообще правильно иду? Че у меня тут, комната своя или че? О, тут прям, блин, жесть какая-то. Тут что-то крутое очень, друзья.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient. Far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Давайте такого
But the
видим
human's
ответ.
still in charge, right?
Of course, I was never intended to supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your abilities.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Во. Теперь мы теперь тут можем специализироваться, товарищи, да. Такая вот ситуация. Профили позволяют самоперенастроить имплант первопроходца для лучших показателей на поле боя. Чтобы активировать профиль, выберите его и нажмите X. Солдат. Специализируется исключительно в ведении боя, никто не умеет, так как они разбираться с врагами. Благодаря этому профилю райдер может довести до совершенства свое владение оружием и броней. Бонус ранга 1. 10% урона оружия, 10% оружия точности, 20% урона, 10% оружия, объем магазина, снайперская сосредоточенность, и т.п. и т.с. И, в общем, инженер. Инженеры разбираются в наступательных и оборонительных технологиях. Этот профиль настраивает имплант, который носит рейдер, позволяя управлять малыми боевыми дронами. Не, ну да, сейчас посмотрим, ладно. Адепт. А почему все закрыто, блин? То есть тут, блин, понятно. Можно будет на лету менять, смотря что ты вложишь. Умение. То есть вот есть инженер, адепт, страж. Ну, кстати, неплохая идея. Вот прикольно. То есть, что ты хочешь, то и делаешь. И как прокачиваешься, тем и будешь. Это так здорово. Я что-то не помню, как уже в тех частях было. Вот Нравится всегда люди, которые начинают критиковать. Вот я реально прошел 3 части. Я ни хрена не помню, какая была прокачка во всех 3 частях, если честно. Ну, потому что это было давно, потому что, скажем так, всегда такие уходят такие, да, вещи. Штурмовик, лазутчик. Исследователь. Тайны 7 рейдеров.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
Да, за 600 лет можно попробовать.
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Pretty sure my sisters mentioned Dr. Tassoni. An expert on Protheans, I think.
I have noted Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me.
По-моему, она была в старых.
My work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful. Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. Tapera says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter.
Ой, извиняюсь.
Don't worry. I hate to leave her like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Батя мутный был. Это точно.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his earlier line service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Нормально.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Printed books?
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of mass effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
Так, ну все, кажись, да, тут батин кабинет мы по полной исследовали. Куда нас там ведут теперь? Сюда, обратно.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay, something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec?
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
He told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Чё-то тут мутновато.
Wow. Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently logged. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
Так.
Do you know anything more about Sarah's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing her with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything.
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Это
Me
точно.
more than you. What are your capabilities?
Each ARC houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How'd my dad get around that?
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
So there are other SAMs out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
Ну, понятное дело.
What did you mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. we each benefit.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Угу. Да, немного мы тут нашли. Пока, но... А, блин, погодите, поговорить с учеными я еще не сделал. Ну-ка, дайте-ка мы вернемся. Все же доделаем, вернемся сюда и на этом закончим. Или, может, раньше сейчас посмотрим. Честно говоря, не знаю. Что за контейнер? Давайте посмотрим. Так, мы что тут полетели, да? Как-то не совсем какая-то карта. Блин, честно говоря, что-то тут как-то... Она и не сказать, что плохая, но какая-то непонятная. Недоработка или не знаю, как это назвать. Но факт такой есть. Так, ученые.
But the planet was toxic.
Профессор
They
Гель.
store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish.
I still reckon they had...
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Плюс 100.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Так, геофизический ВИ.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power. All non-relevant repair requests.
Ну и что нам скажет сам доктор?
Those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex. All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Так, ну, в целом у нас тут полный... Блин, чё же с этой хренью-то? Я никак не могу угомониться. Давайте еще раз попробуем и будем заканчивать. Ну вот же оно. Почему я не могу его...
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%. Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex. Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data,
А,
I
вот
cannot
как это
determine if this is a
делается.
normal
Блин.
malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Твою мать. Ну, не так-то это... Ну, как-то не поясняется просто, вот на самом деле. Сейчас, ладно, все понятно.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete. All personnel, be aware of
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Немножечко ускоряемся. Как раз едем туда, куда нам и надо. Ну и где ты, красавица, так? Как мои.
Yes? I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patil's. A third party seems likely.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They'd need pretty high-level access for that. Still, it's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Подождите, куда идти-то надо? Так, ладно, друзья, на этом будем заканчивать. Спасибо тех, кто смотрел. И до скорых встреч. Еще будет как минимум одна трансляция. Там, я подумаю, все же нам надо высадиться на планету, посмотреть боевую систему еще раз и все прочее. Спасибо, друзья, за внимание и до скорых встреч.